For that, we can go to our terminal and new terminal. Go to the project terminal, Visual Studio terminal, and select the new terminal. Under the new terminal, we have to write one line. Yes, both is available. Both is available. Morning 8 o'clock is not there. It is available from that will update you today. Okay, we have a batch from Monday, but what time is going to start, I'm not aware of. We'll call you 10 o'clock and we'll guide you. 10 o'clock is available. Okay, so come to your where terminal, new terminal. Under the new terminal, you will install a extra package. Okay, extra package that will be the combination of your lot of hooks function, your state management, your routing, and many more. That is called npm install react hyphen router hyphen down. Npm install react router down. Npm install react router down. This is for routing, for state management, for hooks. Many more features are inside. Npm install react router down. React hyphen router hyphen down. It may take 1-2 minute time to install. Log in just now, open your CMD in project folder and install there npm install react router down. इंटरनेट सही है, इंटरनेट बिना इंटरनेट पे इंस्टॉल कर रहे हो आप. Node package manager is installed in your computer. When you have installed the Node.js, npm was installed along with that. Now, instead of installing manually, we have given the command to the npm saying like npm node package manager, please download and install one package for me that is called react router down. Now npm will search on internet From there it will download and it will keep the folder under your node modules folder. From there you can access easily. It is saying router React router DOM 6.3.2 added, updated, this, that. Leave that all. For me also same error is showing here. No? That is not error. Our target is here. Is installation is done. That's all. They is showing how many packages install, how many packages are free, how many packages are paid. वो तो जरूरी नहीं हमको installation हो गया काम खत्म. Okay, so hope installation is ready. Here only install one more package that is called npm install bootstrap also. It will be double practice of installation. npm install bootstrap. npm install bootstrap. So whichever the official version is available, that version will download and it will go to your node modules folder.
So when it's not that it will be added side the
Node modules.
So you have just copied to probably your
Which one?
it's all bootstrap and
All will come there only. In the node modules, you will find a folder called bootstrap. In bootstrap, all text, CSS, everything will be there.
I'm saying like you copied it from your previous group. So
No, I have copied, but
existing.
कैसे बात करते हो? मैंने node modules copy नहीं किया था. I have installed the node modules. After copying, I have written a command called npm install. कॉपी किए हो तो देख लिया आपने, लेकिन जो कमांड हमने रन किया वो नहीं देखा. आप इंस्टॉल कर रहा था तो मैं कुछ कमांड रन किया था. npm install to download the node modules.
Sir,
Tell me, sir.
so the first one, the command npm install react router-dom, it is not showing for me the react underscore router underscore dom at the rate of 6.03, sir, for me.
What is showing?
It is showing run npm to audit for details. That's it, sir. 174 packages are looking for funding. Run npm fund for details. 8 vulnerabilities, 6 moderate, 2 high. That's it, sir. I'm showing for me.
So for me also, it is showing like that.
Installation is done, then no need to worry. Installation is completed.
Okay.
Run the second one, npm install bootstrap.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, for second one also, it is showing the same.
Why we are running behind that? Our job is to install only. Installation is completed. It will show in the last. This particular version is installed. Message came. You are on the. You return to the command prompt again. Go and check in folder, node modules folder, bootstrap folder is there or not. Okay, installation is done. Now come to the app.js file. Not in app.js file, index.js file. In index.js file, you have already imported one file, index.css. Call below one more file, import bootstrap, import bootstrap /dist /css /bootstrap main.css bootstrap.main.css. Just go to your which file, index.js file, add this line. This is called how to link the bootstrap. How to link React with the bootstrap. How to link the React with the bootstrap. How to link React with the bootstrap. Hope you imported this line. If installation was not done, then this line will throw the error. It will say undefined module. If installation was success, then this line should not throw any error. Import bootstrap dist css bootstrap.main.css. Under the node modules, you will have a bootstrap folder. Inside dist will be there. Under the css will be there. Under that, there will be one minified file that is called bootstrap.main.css. Now you will come to the any component and check whether bootstrap is calling or not. Bootstrap is calling or not. So how will come to know bootstrap is calling or not? We can go to a component and we can try to change the color and we'll see happening or not. So which component better? Product component. The product component we have written yesterday. In product component, multi-dimensional array was there. Product component. After importing that line, go to the product component, and in product component, the table we have, H1 also we have. So for H1, apply a class. It's not class, it's called class name. Class name equal to text hyphen primary. If bootstrap work properly, then this product list will come in blue color. Reduce the fan one step. Text hyphen primary, and sheet 1, the product list is coming somewhere in your page. The color become blue color.
Yes, sir, it's coming blue color, sir.
If a blue color is coming, then your bootstrap is installed successfully and it is linking with the CSS file. Now throughout the project, in your project, wherever you create a component, in all the component, directly you can use the bootstrap classes. No need to call anything anywhere. That suppose this is the table, I can write here class name equal to container, not container, class name equal to table, and table hyphen BORDERED. Table border I applied. If everything is well, table border should get applied. Division we have follow here. For division also we can write a class name equal to container. This is a class from where? This class from the bootstrap. You can check once. Both are getting applied or not. Text center should happen. Table should have border. And container should leave equal space from left and right. So class name N will be capital. Class name N will be capital. And you can write directly bootstrap class name. See, but table, the directly CSS got applied from the bootstrap. Field set border you got. Field set, there is no any border. Okay, so working. Anyone have error? You can see here we have listed yesterday this users. City wise we have displayed the users, right? Come to that component, user component. We have a component called user. We can go to user component, and in user component we have follow here field set and many more, right? First for division, apply class name as a container so that it will get a space from left and right. Class name as container. Next after that, what you can do is, okay, once you apply the container, you will get some space from left side. You will get some space from left and right. Field set will leave some space from left and right. Space is coming. Once you apply the container under the user, some space will get applied. See, space got applied. Container will leave some space from left side. Now inside the container, as per the rule and regulation of bootstrap, H1 leave, let it be outside. Follow a division class as a row. class name as a row. Division class name equal to row. This row you should not close here. This row you should close at last after end of the for loop. So here row open in the beginning, row close in the last. Row started in the beginning, row got closed in the last. Now inside row we have to follow the columns. Inside the row you have to follow the columns. So field set is coming here, field set. For field set you can apply a class. For field set you can apply a class name that is called call lg4 or maybe call lg3, call hyphen lg hyphen 3, call lg3. So field set will come, 4 field set will fit in one line. 4 field set will fit in one line since it is the part of row, and inside the row you are running the for loop. 4 field set will come in one line. More than 4 you have, then last 4 will, the fifth one will go to the new line. Call lg4 will play the role here and all will appear in the same line. Check once. Okay, so in one line how many? Four are coming or 3 is coming? Call lg3 we have given, so 4 should come. 4 is coming in one line and another one gone to the next line automatically. Okay, so this is here also we can apply the container so that it will come in middle. In the last class also, last component also we can apply the container. This is from the home component, I guess. Home component something else. Home component, okay. So go to home component. For division apply class name container. You have one more call, maybe blog or book. There also you can apply the same class container. It will get apply, some space will get applied from left and right. Which is that? That is book component. No, this is the one. So we can apply the class for the division. It will come in after some space from left side. Space bar apply, space bar apply everywhere. Here also space bar. Okay, so hope you applied class in all the components. Go to your all the division, all the component, and for the main division, apply the class called container. So next after that, we'll come to the next part, that is called routing part, navigation. When we click on the links, the content should change here according to wherever we have clicked, the particular page only should load. It should not load all the pages. We will come to the app.js file. App.js file is the main file where we have called all the components and we have written the hyperlink as well. Hyperlink we have written and we have called the components under the app.js file only. We require to import the packages so that we can use that. So let's import the first package. Import React from React. Next, after that, we can follow here. We will import here a component called hash router. Hash router. Hash router. One more we have called roots. One more we have called root. And one more we have called link. This all component come from React router down. So for routing, these four components are required. For routing, these four components are required. Okay, hope important. Now come down. And we have written one place ABC. At the place of ABC, you will use the hash router. Hash router is the parent component of your all the component as well as all the hyperlink. Everything should be under the hash router. Two type of routing we have. One is with hash, another one is without hash. So this what we are implementing, it is with hash. For without hash, we have to use the switch case. Hash router call on the top and host router close in the last. AHREF tag we don't have here. In React, we have a tag called link. At the place of AHREF, you are going to use the link tag. Link. Link will open and link will close. Link will open, link will close. Everywhere, link will open, link will close. L is capital.
Is also result.
Hmm?
Is also result.
A.
Uh,
A, what is the result?
Like, why we are not using
A is not exist in React. You can see in your CMD, it's throw one error, warning. In React, we have, instead of A, we have a tag called link tag. And link tag has a property called to. Link to. AHREF we write similar way, we have to write here link to. Link to. Using AHREF, page will get refresh. Using link tag, the page will not refresh. Angular React is for the asynchronous call. If the page will get refreshed, you will lose all functionality. So without reloading the page, if you want to change the content, we have to call the link tag. After refreshing, if you want to change the content, you have to call the AHREF tag. If the page will get refreshed, JavaScript is called a stateless protocol. It will lose the functionality. Which one? JavaScript. So we are going to apply the functionality without reloading the page, the content will get changed. Your page will not refresh, but the content will get changed. There, the important role will be played by this link tag. Instead of link, if you apply the AHREF, once you click, page will get refreshed. If the page will get refreshed, JavaScript will lose the functionality. Without reloading the page, you are going to change the content. So at the place of A tag, you will use the which tag? Link tag. Link has a property called to. Apply all the places to. Then we will understand what to write inside the to. Okay, hope written, and you will not have any kind of error anywhere. Next, after that,
So one can comment inside this.
inside you have to comment like this. You have to open the flower bracket. Inside the flower bracket, you can write one comment. Single line, not single line, double line comment. Multi-line comment we have in JavaScript, that we need to follow. Star slash slash star. This which मुझे comment. Yes, ये हमने लिखा है ना, देखो Something you have made mistake. Slash star slash. In between you write something. It must be within the flower bracket. It is JavaScript comment, multi-line comment. Got or error?
That's uncount error used as earlier in the context of a router component.
क्या यूज किया HREF?
The above error occurred in the link component.
देखिए properly link open है close है कि नहीं. You have combined both HREF and link. So, okay. Okay, then let's go next. After that, we have total 3 component: home, product, user, and books. Home, product, user, and books. Now when you click on book, when you click on user, when you click on product, when you click on home, URL has to change. Normally, when you open the website and click on anywhere link, even in Gmail also, once you click inside, send, spam, trash, URL get changed. Okay. So how the URL will change here? We have to write inside the to. Under the to, we have to write like suppose book list. Book. If you click on book, what should happen? Book component will work. So we'll generate a path that suppose I will give here called book list slash book list. So this slash book list is not predefined. It is made by us. We are assuming, okay, when we click on book, the URL should generate called as a book list. Similar way, suppose user. When we click on user, we should generate a path called my user. It's your wish. You can write anything. Product. When you click on product, it should generate a URL called product.html. When you click on home, there should be only slash by default. Landing page. Now after writing, once you click on product, URL will change to product.html, my user, and then book list. Let me show you what is happening. And when I come to my browser, I click on book. It's saying /book list. Click on user, says my user. Product says product.html. Home, it's come to the directly path, main URL, home slash. So URL is getting changed. Let's add that path. And after that, we will apply the condition in the bottom. If this is the URL, then this should be the component. This is the URL, this should be the component. 3 different names are given under the to. Is your wish. You can write anything, .html also, without HTML also, anything, directly text also you can write. It is just manual generated path. Manual generated path. Path is generated by developer. Now come down. If you have written that, then come down below. Roots. Roots is the next parent element after the hash router. After the hash router, roots is the next parent element of your all the components. This way. Now under the roots, we have to apply the condition and check which link the user has clicked. We have to apply the condition under the roots to see and to find out which link the user was clicked. Which link the user was clicked. Okay, which link the user was clicked. Okay, now come there under the roots, because when the user is clicking on the links, roots we have follow the roots is asking, like inside the root you have to follow roots, you have to follow the root to check the browser URL which URL the user has clicked, and accordingly you have to load the component. So I will go here inside the code and home link you have given where only slash. So let's write here root. Roots and root both are different. Root is going to check the browser URL, what is the value inside the browser URL, and that all will be the under the container of roots. Then after that, a roots container is the hash router. So hash router is the whole and sole component where all the pages, all the links, all the roots, and all the hyperlink, everything we need to send. So roots, under the roots, we are writing the root to check the URL. Root exect, EXACT, exect space path equal to exact path equal to only slash. You have given here only slash, link to where only slash. Here also we are linking in browser URL. If the path is only slash, then call a component. Earlier before 2000, before React 18 version, we used to write as a component, but now we need to write here called element, ELEMENT, element equal to the name of your component. So it will check in browser URL. The root is going to check in the browser URL what is the current path. If current path is only slash, after hash only slash, then load this component. Which component? Home component. Similar way, we can add till here. Now next is called my product. So for my product, what is the URL? URL is called product. What the path we are given inside? Product.html. So we will write here slash product.html. Okay, slash product.html. If the browser URL is holding after hash slash product.html, then we have to load the my product component. Similar way, below we need to write the next root. Exact path is my user. My user. Then we have to load an element called my user component And next, one more component we have called book. Root exact path is book list. Book list. Then it should load a component. Component name is my book component. Now this is one point to apply. It's little complex, but you will understand it. It is not difficult. We are going to write everywhere. Let me share you this much in the chat. Roots to roots I have sent. All the content of roots I have sent in the chat. So path is nothing but the URL browser, whichever the URL you are passing, that is going to come under the path. To check if the path is particular, then load particular component. Path is particular, then load particular component. You are applying here a kind of if-else condition, checking the browser URL value. If the browser URL is holding this, then load this component.
So can you please tell me once what is the difference between the roots and root once again?
Root is the root used to check the browser URL. Roots is the parent of root. Okay, in React up to 14 roots no need to write. It's got applied from React 18. Which one? Roots. Roots what we have written, it is applicable from the 18 React 18 onwards. Before that, roots was not there. Only we used to write only root. The element you have written inside, it was as a component. React 18 has changed. Instead of component, we need to write the element. Okay, so in that case, you can say the hash router becomes the main container, roots become as a sub container, whereas root is going to check the browser URL, what is the value in the browser URL. According to URL, it will load the particular component. For example, if you have not written, let me show you, then you can try. If I click on user, or maybe if I click on book, what will be the URL? Book list. Here I have written a condition. If path is book list, then load a element. Element name is called my book. Element is nothing but your component. When I come here and click on book, see what is the URL? Book list. It is loading which component? Book component. If I click on user, URL is called my user. It is loading only user component. If I click on product, it is called product.html, and it is displaying which one? It is displaying only data from where? Product page. So this 3-4 line. Here you are creating the path manually, URL manually. In website, all the pages will not come in one page, no? All page will have different URL. So here simply you are generating the URL and you are checking below what is the URL. According to URL, you have to load different page also. So you checked below, okay, if the URL is particular, then load this component. If URL is particular, then load this component. If URL is particular, then load this component. Because all components you can't load at the same time. If you load, then there is no meaning. So you have to load one by one according to user requirement. For that, we added the condition here. The right ones and check is loading or not. First time you are writing the lines, it look like odd, but once you start writing, you will become used to this whole line. You will remember easily.
For me, it is not displaying the data in the browser, sir.
Check URLs, what you have written, what you called below. Programming, developer will look with patience, write one line and read 10 times. What are the line you have written here? Whichever the line you have written, compare the same here. It is case sensitive. Okay. Everything is case sensitive. Capital means capital, small means small. I will share you all the content of this file, replace and then check. If you have created the similar content component, you can replace and check all the content I sent. Hope running. Check quickly.
Yes, sir. Now it's running. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Name. Manaswini, you can call once at 10 o'clock nearly. But I will ask the Kirtana to operate you. Yes. 10 o'clock nearly, you can call once, Kirtana will guide you. बताएंगे अभी और solution है मेरे पास. There is a two type of routing. One is through the hash, another one is without hash. This is one called as a hash router. Okay. Check once, anyone error or working. Now see, while writing the routing, we have to create a component. We need to import the component. After importing the component, we have to create a link where the user will click. So link you will create through the link method, link component. And after that, after creating the link, how your React will understand which link the user is clicked. So for that, you are writing the condition here, line by line. This kind of is a switch case. Switch case. Inside the switch case, what we write? Under the switch case, we write the condition and we write the statement. So this is like a switch case only. So I will change this, then it may be helpful for you. Let me see through the, or this example will not modify again. It may lead you to much confusion. That I can create some other way, some other day through some other way. Now you create one more component and check once whether the next page is loading or not. Like we need to create one more component and import here and create a link again. And after creating the link, we will add here and check the flow is complete or not. Explanation wise, if you ask what we are doing in that, we have some predefined packages component that is called hash router, root and link. After that, using the link, you are going to generate the link. Using the root, you are going to check the current URL. What is the value in current URL? Hash router is the parent component. It is going to hold all the link, all the component, as well as all the, you can say, condition, everything of your project will go to the hash router. Now within the hash router, to check the condition, we have to call again one more component, that is called roots. So roots is going to be a parent element of this entire root, where one by one we need to check the condition, and after that, based on condition, it should load the pages. So condition says in browser URL, if you have only slash, then call a element. That element name is called home. So element, what you understand by element? I have guided you twice, thrice. In HTML, tags are called as a tag. In CSS, called as a selector. In the JavaScript, is called as a element. Now here we are under the JSX. So in JSX, again, element meaning HTML tag only. If you remember the dependent tag br and hr, the home will look like that only or something else. Home look like a br and hr. So here home is a function, but in the term of home is the function, but in the term of JSX, it's become the element. Just it's calling like the element. After that, so even I told you sometime before, in other version of React, there was no any use of roots. There were no use of roots. Even there was no any word called element. There was a word called component. Component got replaced by element. So these small changes will keep happening. Okay. Long back, 8 months before, 7 months before, I created some videos. There the routing was different. Those people nowadays, they will call and they will ask, routing is not working. How routing will work there? That day Angular 16.15 was there. Today you are using React 18. In the 18 changes happen. That time what we have made, there was a different thing. Okay, so that small changes we have to keep following every time. Okay, next after that, we will create a component, and after creating a component, we will import here. We will create a link, and then we will add here, and we'll see it is happening or not. So no error, right? No error or error. Okay, then go ahead. It's look like overload, or how is it? React, you are feeling overload?
So till now it is better than JavaScript.
Because complexity is about to come. Now, if you are feeling complex, that meaning you're on a wrong track.
So for that reason I told till now.
So complexity is about to come. For 3 to 4 year experience, company are ready to pay 25 lakh. Company are ready to pay 20 lakh. Okay. Yesterday, one company called, and they were completely running behind, saying like, arrange from anywhere some experienced React developer. Then we ask, what is your budget? Budget is open budget. Limit, minimum and maximum. Okay, he asked up to how much we can get the React developer. I told up to 2 years you can get in 15 lakh rupees nearly. More than 2 years, you have to go up to 20 lakh. It's market demand. See, without complexity, how the company will pay the money? There will be complex work, then only the people are ready to more money, no? Correct. So there is a two option in our hand. One option is huge salary, another option is little difficulties. So in the left hand side there is the difficulties, and right hand side there is a salary. Okay, lot of ads will come nowadays in the TV. Okay, one ad is my favorite ad. Okay, I don't know who is that person he advertised. He says like, अगर आप मेहनत का पीछा नहीं छोड़ेंगे तो किस्मत अपना हाथ नहीं छोड़ेगा. Okay, one ad will come in TV. He will say, अगर आप मेहनत का साथ नहीं छोड़ोगे, ओके हाँ, इसे अगर आप मेहनत का साथ नहीं छोड़ेंगे तो किस्मत आपका हाथ नहीं छोड़ेगा. What he is trying to say is, if you are laborious, if you are putting your effort infinite, the luck always in your favor only. You will never blame to the luck. But unfortunately, if you will stop working, you will start hiding yourself from the effort. If you feel like it's a complex, you are not able to put extra energy, definitely luck will not come in your favor. Okay. So that is the case. Complexity is there. It is not like it's not complex. The complex is there. But if you run behind that, definitely solution will come. Okay. So React difficult nahi hai. It's not very difficult. It's easy only, step by step, if you are going through. Okay, see. The reason to add this routing, why it is, because suppose sometime before all component was loading in one page, 4 component was coming in one page. Now what we did is you separate it. So benefit will be what? Suppose you will create a component. In that component, you will add some functionality. You will link to the home page. You will click on the link. That page will appear. So you will see like, okay, this I have added. Now at a time, suppose 10 component will load in home page. It will feel overload or not. We will feel like, oh, so many page becomes so long. This much. Depend how we are learning. Okay. So contents are there, lot of content. If you mix all together, will become difficult one by one if you're learning. See, I have not teach you randomly. Where we started, first we created some static pages. After that, I start with a single dimensional array. That is this one. We have just printed the length. We have not printed anything else. Then we created this one called which one? Home. We printed here single dimensional array. Next, we gone for the multi-dimensional array. After that, we gone for where? Nested array, right? Nested array. So these all are output. Here you are not doing any kind of input. These all are for the output. So first we need to learn if we have got the data from somewhere. So in this all the component we see, assume like you have got the data from somewhere. In this user component, assume this data came from somewhere. Okay, this data came from somewhere. How to sample it, how to display in the browser. So display part first should be clear. Once display part is clear, then we will understand how to take the input from user and then how to display the output. If input output is ready, then we will learn, okay, entire project will not be in one system only. Project will be communicating from other source also. We'll learn how to send the data to other source and bring the data from other source. Input output only, but storage. Okay. So all step by step is going to come. So till now what we have done, you should not feel it's difficult and you need to revise it. Okay. You need to revise it. One person is attending my class. He's just 10th pass out person. Okay. He's just 10th pass out person. Okay. And he's attending online. I have not seen his face. He attended half syllabus. After that, one day his father called me and he was saying like he have one exam, so he will not attend few days. I asked which exam. Then he said 10th exam. I told him, 10th exam. So 10th exam and like that person like you can't believe how much concept he has. Okay. He will create lot of different type of scenario and he will also he has given me many examples. Okay, different type of examples. So that is called a dedication. So dedication will come, no, then you will feel like you have everything. Technology is not difficult. Learn it. Okay, spend time on that. It's easy, not difficult. Okay. So we'll create one component and we'll integrate and see how it is happening. Let's go. Create one more component in main folder only, SRC folder only. Create one component, give called customer.js. Okay, in customer.js, we will follow the import, do the React, and after that, from React. Now write a constant here. Customer list equal to customer list equal to okay, inside this customer call as a return, under the return division class name dinner. We'll follow the H3 customer list. The yesterday assignment, 3 question was there. We tried or not? If you try, then you will be on the track. If you will not try, then definitely in few days you will become confused. Okay, so keep trying better. Export default customer list. Export default customer list. Okay, next for this, we can add one more class, text hyphen center. Now come down below. This component is ready. Now this component you need to import in app.js file. Import this component in app.js file. Right, come to the app.js file, import the customer list. Import customer list from customer.js file. After importing, what will be the link, what will be the path, what will be the text, all are your wish only. Suppose I added a link here. Here what you will give the path you have to decide. Okay. Suppose I given here for customer only. Customer link also I given call my customer. So these all are the text is for the user purpose, and to you have written link to customer. This is the actual path. Based on this path only, you are going to write the condition below. Here, we can write here another line. If the browser URL is holding the customer, if the browser URL is holding the customer, here instead of book list, I'll give here browser URL is holding the customer, then the browser URL is holding the customer, then we have to load which component? Customer list component. So this many step, if you remember, that meaning your main topic of Angular React is finished. That is called routing. How to apply the routing. While applying the routing, first we have to remember we need to create some component. We have to create some component. After creating some component, we have to load the component in a file. After loading the component in a file, app.js, we have to import the hash router, root link and all. After importing that, we can come inside, we can use hash router and we can generate the URL, and based on that URL, we can write the condition using the root and check what is the URL and what should be the component. What is the URL, what should be the component. And then that's all. This much is called as routing. In interview, people will ask you, write the steps how to set up the routing in Angular or React. Okay. So we have to remember, point number one, set up a project. Point number two, create some component. Point number three, install React router DOM. Point number four, import the component into the app.js file. Point number five, generate the link. And point number seven, add the routes. And point number eight, in the note you can write, all should be the part of hash route. This is the single level routing. Okay. You may have seen on internet, page inside page, URL inside URL. That is called the nested routing. We will see again in a few days once we become a little more confident. You know, customer is coming. When I click here, I'm able to see the customer. So next, whenever you are creating the component, what we'll do, you will follow like this. As per yesterday task, yesterday what you have done, you have created how many components? 3 components. So the 3 components you have displayed in your page. Now today task will be install the React router DOM, not in the same project. Okay, which project? Hope you are doing in the different project, right? Okay, some company. Yes, yeah, go ahead. Yes, yes. Okay, what's your name? Okay, wait for some 10-15 minutes, we'll call you. Okay, so next what we did, what we have to do is, we have to do like the component you have created yesterday, 3 component. In the 3 component already you have displayed the data. Now in that project you have to install the React router DOM, and after installing the React router DOM, you have to install the Bootstrap also. And after installing the Bootstrap, now question is how to install the React router DOM. npm install React router DOM. Again, how to install Bootstrap? npm install Bootstrap, right? And after installing, you can see in the index.js file how you are calling the Bootstrap in this project. You can call the Bootstrap, and after that, the component you have set up yesterday, on that component you are going to apply the routing, and after that, if you are able to do that much, then you are on the track. So what is the final task? Final task is, in yesterday which component you have created, that component must set up on routing, and according to the link click, 3 component I believe you have, and the click of 3 link, different pages should load with the different data. Okay, so those practices important and try that. Okay. Tomorrow I will step into the one more step inside, that is called state management using the class component. Okay. This data as of now what you saw, this data is just as an output. Here we are not able to do any kind of input. is a one-way binding. Now we need to learn the two-way binding. So for two-way binding, we have to take the help from the state management. So what is a state management? It is the complete backbone of your React that we will enter tomorrow. First, we will finish the all functional component, and then we'll finish the your hooks. Functional component is hooks only. Functional component hooks, and then Redux, and then last I will teach you the class component. If a class component to forget also, no problem, leave in the site. Okay, remember which one? Redux, hooks, and then functional component. Those are the important part. Okay, then see you tomorrow again, 8:15 nearly. But assignment will make you confident, keep in mind. Okay, the routing only you need to do today. Let's complete the routing and then see you tomorrow.
So from the same code, can we call multiple function, like how we call route as
From
on same component, like from the same file.
we can call. I will guide you under the Redux. Once you learn the Redux, I will guide you how to call the multiple function और बहुत सारा है, ये पढ़िए स्टेप स्टेप करके। अभी जितना तक पढ़े उतना याद रखो आप, ठीक है? मेरे सिलेबस में सब कुछ है, कल है, आने वाला है।
Hello, sir. Hello.
I have the control in my hands. These pages are ready. Query page. Form 1, 2, 3, 4 created. From that website, set 1, set 2, set 3 we created. Set 4 also. HTML. Set 4 we have not created. Form was there, no? Form was there. Form was there. Form was there. Set 1, set 2, set 3. Set 4 is all our pages only.